Hi, I'm Sudarshan, and I purchased this car. Actually, my dad purchased it in December 2016. It is the launch edition, and I wanted to take you through some of the reasons why I purchased this and what I like in this. Maybe over the new one. The launch version, the one which I have, if you look at the design, it is organic. It is not cutting edge. What I feel about this design is this design does not age very fast. It remains good. It keeps looking good. Another car in point is the Fiat Linea, the last Linea that was here in India. I think that still looks beautiful. That is the difference an organic design makes. Like, say, you have most Hyundai cars, or for that matter, even the latest Tata Nexon, they look absolutely futuristic, cutting edge. But what that does is, the moment a later version is launched, it starts looking old. That does not happen with organic designs. Firstly, I bought this for the ground clearance. Let me give you some stories. We had a Tata Indica before this, Indica Zeta, and it was a very good car. It had a lot of very spacious. As a Tata car, so I liked Tata because it was an Indian car. Also, rather, what happened to that car is it was with us for I think 11 years, and then once during the rains, I think I ran over a pothole at high speed, relatively high speed, and the chassis gave way. So, because that was in mind, as the chassis being vulnerable to potholes, I decided I wanted a car with a higher ground clearance. Also, one with a stronger chassis like an SUV. That was the only reason why I wanted an SUV. So I was looking for cars, and right then Tata announced the Nexon, which was actually still probably 4 or 5 months away from its launch. So I extended that my old car somehow for some time. I think my mechanic putting some reinforcements, and those reinforcements lasted for about I think 3 months. Then he said, "Just now beyond repair, and you should not use it anymore." So I end up booking the car, Tata Nexon, about a month before its launch. Coming to the design, it's been 7 years now, but when it was launched, it was a radical new design. I remember when I gone taken to office, the security guards and all my colleagues were very impressed and fascinated and wanted to keep looking at the car. Now I will show you some areas wherein I like this. Perhaps that is not there in the current versions. As it is a soft roller, the height is comfortable. You can get in without much effort. See, one point you have to notice that this shape, because it is arched so sharply, a taller person would have difficulty getting in. I remember one of the neighbors, he said that he looked at Tata Nexon but didn't get it because he had trouble getting in. He was 6 feet 2 inches in height. Come here. See, whenever you're driving a car, always make it a point to put on a seatbelt. Not just for the law, but because it can help prevent injury in the event of an accident. These are certain things I like in this car. It is a Nexon HT, that is one version below the XZ or XZ, and that means I don't have the floating screen here. We have a small screen, which I think is good enough for me, as I do not follow Google Maps and stuff. So I don't require that. Look at that. What this helps me do is, let me put it on and show you. We have a screen. It shows the radio channel or any music I want to put, song I want to put on my. See, that's a phone connectivity. So that's what it's good for. And I also like the analog meters over here, where it shows the engine speed and the speedometer. Both are analog. See, the new versions, these have become digital. So call me old fashioned, but I am not a fan of the digital meters. I prefer this. There's one more thing I prefer in this car. It is manual transmission. So of course you get manual transmission in the new car as well, and you had automatic transmission in the model I purchased as well. I prefer the manual transmission because here you get to decide which gear you're on, how hard the engine revs, to what speed you want to go. When you go to a manual transmission, the car's brain decides all that. You just press the accelerator and you go. Maybe it is convenient, and that's probably why manual transmissions are more popular in the developed world, Europe, the US. However, I think even in those markets, sports enthusiasts or driving enthusiasts would prefer manual transmissions, because in that you can decide how much you want the engine to rev, how much acceleration you want, and you just control the whole thing. It just gives you most sort of a control, I mean, you don't require the car to decide things. You can decide things for the car. There's another feature I like in the XT, which is why I cycled the XT. Of course, the XZ Plus cost about $120,000 or so more. So I thought I wouldn't maybe we need not spend that much money. We spend just amount for this, but it had this feature. You can control the mirror from inside the car. Now, why I do this is, if I have to park inside, see my parking lot is, it has two walls on both sides. So it becomes easier to park when the mirrors are in. And now with this feature, I can fold them in from inside the car. When I want to drive, I take them out. When I want to park, I take them in. So it becomes easier to park. One of the plus points of Tata cars is that they are very spacious. It was there in my Indica, and it also carries on with the Nexon. The front, the back. A nice feature in the Tata Nexon is the Tiger and Tigress on the rear windshield. So what happens is, when you look into the mirror at the rear, you can see, you get an impression of them being there. Car feels very solid. It's got a heavy feel and a secure feel. This feel is something I have not felt in some other cars. The secure feel I feel here was there in the, I think, I had had my friend's Fiat, Punto, I think that was. But that same secure feel I get in this car. And by reading the reviews and looking at the safety ratings that the Tata cars get, that seems to be pretty accurate. That is the secure sound you get when you close the door here. Another feature I like in this car is it has this rotary mode selection, wherein you can select either eco mode, city mode, or sport mode. And when you do that, you can see that on the dashboard. Like it is right now on city mode, it is now on sport mode, and now economy mode. I have seen a lot of programs when they say this is gimmicky, but I don't think so. I think it's very good because there is considerable difference between these modes. When you make it economy mode, the response is pretty okay, but it's average. It's very nice. You can travel and it feels like a normal car, and that is what I prefer in. And it's probably because I have driven this car almost always in economy mode. I'm comfortable with that. My dad finds the response time slow, and it will be because in economy the computer is tuned to give less petrol to the engine. Or shall I show you? Sport mode, the car becomes really lively. I mean, you can feel the entire 100 odd horses that it has and feel like a sports car. You also have a city mode, which is, or rather, in which the performance is in the middle between sports and economy mode. I think most people would prefer this, or at least that is what I got from the car videos I watched, and my dad definitely prefers this. That's all, folks, about my Tata Nexon car. Remember, always wear a seatbelt when you're driving. Drive within the safe limits. Never drink and drive. And stay safe. Enjoy your drive. I'll be looking to make reviews of new cars now. So I thought I would first show you the car I own. If you like this video, please like it, share it, and subscribe to my YouTube channel and press the bell icon so that when I load a new video, you will get a notification. Thank you.